Welcome back. We're going to have a look at the front pages this morning now, and the Daily Telegraph leads with an article from Sir Keir Starmer in which he warns the British state has become overcautious and flabby. He also claims the civil service is overstretched and unfocused. So he comes ahead of a major speech today in which the Prime Minister will pledge a regulation shake-up.
The Guardian claims that Sir Keir could face his biggest rebellion so far over planned benefit cuts expected in the Chancellor's spring statement. The paper says it understands dozens of MPs have urged the government to reconsider.
The Times reports Donald Trump has warned Vladimir Putin to back peace in Ukraine or face the Russian economy being ruined. It says the race is on to get Moscow to agree to the US proposed ceasefire.
We're joined by former Labour Shadow Cabinet member Jonathan Ashworth, former Conservative Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, and there's rather a lot on Keir Starmer's plate. We can talk about tariffs, incapacity benefit, but he's choosing today to go to Yorkshire to make a speech in which he's saying that the British state is flabby. He wants to cut waste, wants to cut civil servants, has sort of echoes of Elon Musk. You know, it seems as though the chainsaw is being brought out. Is this Operation Chainsaw, Jonathan Ashworth? Do I knock that one down?
No, this is about reforming the state, to use AI to improve the way in which the state delivers services to the citizen, making it easier, for example, to apply for your passport, your driving licence, for all the things where you interact with the state, and looking at how the central machine in Whitehall, all the civil servants themselves, can improve delivery in Whitehall as well. And look, you know, we've heard this earlier.
What Elon Musk was saying about the chainsaw?
No,
yeah, but it's right to try and cut out waste.
Yeah.
Jonathan's think tank Labour Together, it has been reported, refers to this as Operation Chainsaw, although I think Downing Street don't like that label. No, you probably don't like it either.
Because Downing Street, quite rightly, and the Prime Minister quite rightly will be saying that unlike Elon Musk and all of these other characters, we believe the state, we believe Whitehall and public services can deliver improvements for the citizen. Elon Musk doesn't believe that. He wants to cut away the state, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't reform the state. It doesn't mean you shouldn't cut away at regulation if it's holding back infrastructure.
So it's kind of like, state is good, but ours is bad right now.
Well, the state is good, but you should always be reforming the state.
So look, you know, Kwasi can totally agree with this. It sounds such Tory language, doesn't it?
It's totally.
And what's going to happen is we've got a spring statement that the Chancellor will announce in 2 weeks' time. Before that, you're likely to have an OBR downgrade in terms of the growth figures. So they're just preparing the ground for what could be quite tough cuts in the spring.
So in what way? They'll be losing jobs?
Because yes, so that all of that conversation, and we had Jacob Rees-Mogg, he was the Minister of Government Efficiency in the last government, and he was trying to find 66,000, lay off 66,000 civil servants. So they're not going down the numbers route, because obviously that will be very sensitive, but I think they're preparing the ground for reductions in spending, which the OBR will essentially force them to do.
What's striking to me is, I mean, Jonathan, we had austerity, we had 14 years of a Conservative government. Local government has had huge cuts. Social care had, you know, really, really difficult time. And then Keir Starmer says the state is flabby. I mean, why do you want to say that?
Well,
is it true? Flabby?
Well, the number of civil servants working for the state have gone through the roof since, under the Conservatives actually,
post-Brexit and COVID.
But Conservatives did say Brexit was going to make us more nimble, and actually we recruited more people.
The big increase, I would argue, was COVID, the COVID pandemic, because you will remember that before that, the budgets they weren't balanced, but we're in control of public spending. After COVID, we spent something like 300 billion just to keep the economy afloat, and as a consequence of that, taxes have gone up relentlessly. And now you come to a point where taxes are so high, the Labour government will have to look at reducing spending. The Labour government will have to look at reducing spending.
Tell everybody. Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell them Silent Breed is people!